Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. So today we're going to talk about 3 reasons why you might want to pick up the Springfield Armory Hellcat over the Sig P365Xl. And before getting started, just a quick shout out there to Brother Al for donating $5 to the channel. He's going to get a set of 4 of one of these 5 designs I got for these handmade leather coasters. If you guys want to do the same, make sure to check out the link in the description below. Brother Al, I sent you a message. You just got to let me know which one of these 5 designs you want so I can send them out to you. Again, for those that don't know, we got 5 designs. There's a dirty diamond, 4-leaf clover, floral design, superscript, and that fantastic flannel design. Alright guys, let's get into the video. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the long review I did on the Hellcat, I'll leave a link for that video right up here. Let's get started. Alright, reason number 1 that you might want to get the Hellcat over the 365, the iron sights are a billion times better, okay? Not only is the rear sight not part of the plate, but you can also co-witness your iron sights with the red dot, meaning if something happens to that red dot, you're going to be able to use your iron sights as backup. And not only that, but they are just tremendously better in themselves. You got this nice outlined U-notch back here, and that front sight is so incredibly bright. It's got this really bright outline with a tritium front on the inside, and it is so incredibly bright. Let me show you what that looks like. Alright, so you can already see that. It is so incredibly noticeable, very visible in the daytime, and extremely bright in the night. It's just a better front sight all the way around. Let's have a look at the 365 sights. Alright, having a closer look at this rear sight again, paying attention to the fact that it's not part of the milling here. Now, what this means is, let's say you didn't want to use your red dot, you can put this plate back on and then use your iron sights as your primary sights. And they're also taller for that co-witness, so in case you want to practice racking your slide with one hand, practice maybe your hand gets hurt or your arm is injured, you can use this ledge to hook onto your belt or your boot to rack that slide. All right, here's another quick look at that there. You compare it to the Sig, there is no rear sight on here. What's a huge bummer too is if you wanted to take off your red dot, you don't have a rear sight and you don't have a plate to replace this. They don't give you that replacement plate with the Sig. And if you want it, let's say this went down, right? Your battery went out. That's the notch that you're dealing with to kind of co-witness down there. And that is extremely difficult. So the huge benefit there goes to the Hellcat. All right, before moving on to the next point, why you should buy a Hellcat over the Sig, here is the difference between the dots. Let me see if I can get this to focus in a little bit. Okay, there we go. That should work. Again, on the right-hand side, you have the Hellcat, and on the left-hand side, you have the Sig. Look how incredibly larger and more noticeable the Hellcat is. It's kind of like, but there you go. There's a great example of why the Hellcat has the better iron sights. Reason number 2, the Hellcat magazines are more durable. They got this really nice finish on them. They're more readily available and they're less expensive. You can find them for right around $35. Whereas on the other hand, the Sig magazines look great out of the box, but as they start to scratch up like this, that can start to rust, and they cost around 50 bucks. So 35, 50 bucks, more durable and more available for the Hellcat magazines. And on to reason number 3, the Hellcat is better than the 365. This trigger breaks a lot cleaner. So if you're into triggers that break cleaner, this is going to be the winner. There's a little bit of creep in there and it's a little bit heavier, but honestly, with the pistol for self-defense purposes, a heavier trigger to me is preferred over one that's a little bit lighter as opposed to a target pistol for target shooting. But it's going to be up to you. Let's have a look at the trigger. Okay, right up here, you can just tell when you get to that initial stop here, you can feel it's a little bit stiffer, a little bit heavier. Okay, so there's the wall there. So creep there, and then it stops. Break. Okay, let's have a look at the reset. Reset. Clack. Okay, here's a creep here. Creep. And a break. Let's do one more with the reset. Okay, so there's the wall again. Get 2 creeps. 1, 2, stops right there. Break. Okay. There's that nice reset. Ugh. And one more. You can feel it stops right there. And the brake. Now, the Sig, the trigger is really like that trigger face though. It's nice and flat. So is the Hellcat though, to be honest. It's got a nice trigger face on here too. But the problem with the Sig is it's such a muted brake. Like it just feels so soft and rounded. Like there's no crisp brake onto it. So if you're into that, that's fine. Also, because the trigger pull is lighter, once you get to the point where it creeps, you're going to see the creep here in a second. It just wants to brake on you because the trigger pull, the trigger weight is so much lighter. But there's the first wall. Okay, pretty, you know, it's not too smooth. But you get it here, and here's the first creep. Now there's some more creep in here, but because the trigger pull is lighter, it's going to want to brake on us right here. So I can't get it to creep there. And again, you can just hear it. It's like punching a pillow. It's just like, it's not pack. It's a real rounded, muted type of feel to that trigger. Here's a look at the reset. That's a nice reset. All right, here we go. Okay, there's that initial creep, and I can feel it wanting to brake right here. I can feel it. All right, let's do one more. Creep. Brake. Okay, one more on the reset. Man, here we go. Oh, well, you guys get the idea. All right, so there's the take up, and here's the pull. All right, let's weigh them out. All right, first trigger pull on the Hellcat. 5 pounds, 14.5 ounces. So I'm going to say this will be upper 5s, maybe lower 6s. We'll do one more. Yep, 6 pounds, 2 ounces. All right, there's that. Let's get the Sig in here. Okay, perfect. Reset this here. First pull on the 365. 4 pounds, 11.8 ounces. Oh, maybe this one will go lower. Let's see. Second pull, 365, 4 pound, 8 ounces. So there you go. This is a mushier trigger, more muted, but I prefer the crisper trigger that's a little bit heavier in this case. So I think the Hellcat has the advantage. So those are 3 reasons why you might want to pick up the Springfield Armory Hellcat over the Sig P365Xl. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.